I know you are ready. I know you are ready because you're here watching this video right now. There are no accidents. I know you've been through so much stuff and you're like, really, Leah, what am I ready for? To attract another narcissist? No, you are ready for all that you've been waiting for. The best health, wealth, love, success. I know that you have been waiting a long time. I know that you have been through a lot. I know you have. I know you also have a tendency to be really hard on yourself. And that is only going to attract people who want to also be hard on you. You take accountability. You take responsibility. That's why you're ready. You may say, but no, I have to get this or I have to do that. Look, there's always room for improvement. You're going to be improving for the rest of your life. And you are ready right now to up level. You are ready. You have already been through all those turbulent times that have brought you to this exact moment right now. You have been through so much stuff. I know you have, because you wouldn't have been drawn to this particular video at this exact time if you hadn't been. This video is not for everybody. This is for the people who are truly ready. This is for the people who, no matter where you are on your process, you know it's time to up level. And yet, there's a part of you that's really impatient. You're like, yeah, I am ready, Leah, but why isn't it here yet? And so then you attract people who say, well, it's not there yet because maybe you should play smaller. Maybe you're dreaming too big. Maybe you're too loud. Maybe you're too quiet. Maybe you're too goofy. Maybe you're not goofy enough. And so then you start to doubt yourself because you take in all this reflection. But I know you're ready because those voices are no longer doing it for you. I know you're ready because you hear those voices in your own head and then reflect it outside, and you say, that's not true. I know I can do this. Not only can I do this, I am doing this, and I desire to do this. This is your life passion we're talking about. Whatever it is that you desire wants to also become a magnetic match with you. And the craziest part is you can get all the crystals, you can do all the affirmations, and all that stuff can be really great because it gets you into a good feeling. But the thing is, the feeling is free, with or without the crystals. You are the crystal. You are the affirmations. I know you're ready to up level because people, places, and things are falling away, things that don't serve you. I know you're ready because there's a part in you that wants to judge the timing and get impatient because that's the old way. It wants to judge yourself. I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing enough. I messed up, or I'm behind, these old mantras. But here's the great news. I know that you're ready for this next chapter because that chitter chatter comes in, but it's like old news stuff. It's like hearing the same story over and over. Maybe that song was cool at one time, but now you're tired of it. You know how even like a song that might have a real negative message, but it has real good beat or something? You're like super into it at the time, but then you hear it later when you're at a different point in your life and you're like, that song is not for me. That old way of being is not for you anymore. It's not going to do it for you anymore. You're not even going to get the same payoff and charge from beating yourself up or attracting in people that also want to say, yeah, you're not good enough. Play small. It's so boring. It becomes boring. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I've talked a lot about narcissists. Why? Because I had to do my own healing with that. Because I kept drawing them in. Why? Because I kept beating myself up. It wasn't a lack of work on myself. A lot of narcissists say, well, it's because you just need to work harder on yourself. Right, narcissists? High five. And so then you may be like how I was, and I'm like, okay, you're right, because I'm humble enough to work on myself. Now, I know you're ready because you know that it's never done. You're always going to be evolving into your highest and best. But this idea of, I got to work on myself, meaning I have to beat myself up and take on these beliefs of really negative people in order to work on myself. No, you're ready to up level now because that is boring. You may even find narcissists and people that once really charged you or triggered you to be rather boring now. And you can use your empathy not just for them, but for yourself in a way where you forgive yourself for putting them above you and your heart. And you can also forgive them because that's the only song they know. That's why they have to have different people all the time, because that's the only way they can experience life new is through somebody else. But see, you're ready because you know it's up to you. Again, whether or not you have all the right everything, whether you have the right crystals, or whether you're funny enough or not funny, or demure enough or not demure, like, it's all good. You're ready now to take on the best that life has to offer because you're not playing into that old paradigm anymore. Not only that, it's not even interesting. What is interesting is this new paradigm, the unknown. That old paradigm is known. It was safe for a long time because it's how you felt comfortable. It was safe to say, I have to figure it out. I've got to worry. I'll worry about that later. Now you're up leveling because you realize, I'm not going to worry about that now or later. Worry does nothing for your body. You are the crystal. You are the answers. You truly are. And I know that you're ready because you've manifested this message into your reality right now. There's no accident about that. This message hasn't come through me exactly this way until right now. And for whatever reason, Spirit told me I was ready to tell you to tell me to reflect this. You hear things like go with the flow, right? But what does that mean? That means to actually have patience for wherever you are in the process of your life, and to declare right now that all that past garbage is in the past and it has led you to this moment. You are good enough. You are healed enough. You're always going to be evolving. So that doesn't mean that you're not humble, but you don't have to be humble anymore to a fault, to a place where you edit yourself out of the picture. You're humble enough. You're good enough. You have a good heart. You have dealt with so many challenging things, and you yet have been led to this moment because of your heart. Trust in that. That is what it means to go with the flow. To say, I don't have to figure anything out, and I also definitely don't have to worry about it. And I Definitely don't have to put it on the to-do list last. That's another mantra I notice people say a lot. So last thing I want to do. Is it? Or is that something you don't want to do at all? Oftentimes when people say it's the last thing they want to do, it means they never want to do that. So don't declare it's the last thing you want to do. Instead, declare what it is you are up to. You are up to big things. You are up to attracting the highest and best now and forevermore. That's what you're up to. You're up to leaving that old story and truly being in the flow of your life, which means that you don't get to know everything, but what you get to do is discover. You're ready to discover now what it's like to truly be present and know that you're perfect, whole, and complete right now. And that you can always evolve and you'll still be learning, and that makes you perfect, whole, and complete. See, sometimes you think that to be humble means that you have to not give yourself any credit at all. And I know you're ready now to take the credit that you deserve, which is you have made it through a lot just to get up to this point. A lot. And at one point, you did trust the process. When you were a little baby, no matter what circumstance you were born into, you were born trusting because you had to have somebody else take care of you on some level, even if it was the worst caretakers of all time. And especially then, you had immense trust. But see, you were just born with that. You're ready to return to that and to discover the same way that a little kid does, to discover things and to come back to the truth that you're not inherently messed up and that your past doesn't make you who you are, but it definitely has helped you to get ready for this point, to discover who you really are, which is none of that. Whether that was good, bad, or indifferent, you're ready to go to the next level now, which is something you've never experienced before. Because this moment has never, ever, ever happened before, exactly how it's unfolding right now. That's what it is to be truly present. To say, I get to play in this game of life. I get to discover who I am right now. You get to up level and you're ready. If you've made it to this point in the video, I know you're ready. Because not only are you declaring it to yourself, but this message is actually resonating with you, and you're not scrolling away to try to find the next best thing. That right there says you're ready. So declare it in the comments. You're ready. I'm ready. Let's do this. I believe in you. You wouldn't be here right now if something magical wasn't happening. So much love to you.